The broadcaster ITV says it's cutting 600 jobs across its business and is looking to make other key savings. About 150 of the jobs will be lost at its Kirkstall studios in Leeds, which makes programmes such as Heartbeat and The Royal. ITV, which has been hit by a sharp drop in advertising revenue, also plans to sell the website Friends Reunited. Here's Nick Hyam.
It's Sunday night.
Dancing on Ice, one of ITV's recent successes. The network can still make hit programmes like this, but it doesn't have the advertising revenue to pay for as many of them. So there'll be more entertainment shows, fewer expensive dramas. ITV's advertising revenue fell 4% last year. In the first quarter of this year, it's down 17%. So the company's cutting £65 million from its £1 billion programme budget and around 600 of the 4,500 jobs at the company. The boss says the priority is spending money on peak time programmes.
We are protecting our peak time schedule. You're not going to see a lot of old tat in the ITV prime time schedule, repeats and so on. There will be some repeats, but we're protecting our position and the progress that we have made. When the cycle turns, which it will do, and I'm old enough to remember a few of these cycles, none as bad as this, but they do turn, we're going to be in amazing shape because audiences are growing, advertiser confidence in ITV is growing, we will have a tremendous business model.
Action!
ITV's Yorkshire operation, where they've been making shows like Heartbeat for years, will be hardest hit. They'll still make Emmerdale on location here, but other dramas are being axed, and around 150 jobs are to go at the Leeds studios.
People were really angry. They were very vocal, and I think it's really sad what's happened to Yorkshire TV. This is almost like the end of the road, really. And I've been here for 25 years, and I'm walking out this building here, for the last time probably.
What's the deal agreed? The 4 programmes, we've only got 3 at the moment. I just wanted to know what is going on with that.
The advertising agencies which buy ITV's airtime say the problem's partly the recession, partly growing competition from the internet and from cable and satellite channels.
We have too many television channels competing for ad revenue, and with ad revenue declining at the rate it's declining, there just isn't enough to go around, and that's the problem.
Cutting the amount it spends on programmes is the last thing ITV would want to do. After all, it's the programmes that persuade people to watch in the first place. But the situation's so dire, it's been left with no alternative. Nick Hyam, BBC News.
Well, our correspondent Nick Ravenscroft is at the ITV studios in Leeds for us now. Nick.
Well, this is where they make programmes like Heartbeat and The Royal. We already knew that they were scaling back production of those. Also, A Touch of Frost is coming to an end, but that's because David Jason is retiring from the title role. But today we hear that 1 in 4 people who work in the building behind me are going to lose their jobs. And so, in effect, the main network drama coming out of Yorkshire at the moment will be Emmerdale, the quiz show Countdown. That's moving from here in Leeds over to being produced in Manchester. Now, meetings have been going on in this building behind me all morning. Lots of glum faces, not many people prepared to comment, although one familiar face did sum up some of the feelings inside.
They're amazing people, and they pick themselves up and dust themselves down, but it's a dreadful state of affairs. 35 years of making tremendous programmes here. Shame.
Great. Thank you very much for your time. Thanks.
Now, I've spoken to ITV this morning. They are emphatic. Programmes will still be made in Yorkshire. There will still be 450 staff. But there's no doubt at all, in commercial TV production terms, Yorkshire will no longer have the clout that it has done in a proud history stretching back to the 1960s.
Nick, thanks very much. Nick Ravenscroft in Leeds. Gordon Brown will address both houses of the US Congress later.